Hello, Happy New Year for the ones that I haven't connected with yet. I hope that this year is going to be a really good one for you. Today, I want to talk about organs. If you look at the Chinese medicine or just the Eastern medicine, they believe that in the organs is where we hold our emotions. And everything within you and around you actually has consciousness. So when I work with inner healing with people, or even with hypnotherapy, when I look at a certain pattern or a belief, I often ask, where do you hold this? Where in your body are you holding this pattern, this belief, this trauma? And there's always a part that will come up, and it's often the organs. It might be your bones, it might be even your ligaments. But today I want to focus on organs, and I want to do a little mini healing to a few of those organs. And why is this important? It's because every time you feel that there is a part in you that, for example, is stiff or you can't breathe properly, it's giving you a message, and you can actually communicate with that part within yourself. And just by then breathing in a color or breathing in light, immediately that part will start to feel better. And the plus side is you will start to release that emotion, that old trauma, even if you picked it up from someone else. So I would really like to focus on that today, and also to give you a little bit of an insight that it's very important for your organs to communicate with one another. And often when you look at people that do acupuncture, what they see is that, for example, the liver hasn't been communicating properly to one of the other organs. And that means that then there is this balance. So it's really important that even if you set the intention, when you begin your day or when you do a little bit of a meditation with your body and you go in, is to kind of feel that you're connecting all those organs, or talk to them as if they are your children, and make sure that they're happy with each other and that they make that connection. Because we are governing our body, and guess what makes us often sick or unwell? It's the thoughts that we have about our body and the thoughts that we have about ourselves. So if we give that attention, even if it is a little bit, immediately you will start to feel better. So let's close our eyes if that feels comfortable to you. And the first thing that I would like for you to do is to really feel, let's start with the lungs. The lungs is a part of your body where we often tend to hold grief and sadness and sorrow. And if we lose someone in our lives, this is where you will feel it in the chest. And it's literally like you can't really breathe properly. So I'd like for you to just feel when you tap into your lungs, even if you don't quite know normally where the organs are. The lungs is a pretty obvious one. Just trust that your intuition will show you. And when you go to the lungs, I'd love for you to just go in there and maybe fill them up with bright white light. If you have a little bit more time, you want to go deeper, you can even look at, okay, when I put in that bright white light, where does it feel that it's not flowing as well? Where is there a little blob popping up or like a gray area? Just trust with your visual that whatever you see is perfect, or whatever you feel is perfect. Now, often what I say when we work with the lungs, I say to people, so don't forget to only do the front of the lungs, but also the back of your lungs, because that's often where we forget to go to. And that's where we hold our karmic grief, which means the grief that you brought in from a past life, if you believe in that. I do. So I'd love for you to really kind of go in, and even with your breath, breathe in that white light, front, back, sides, up, down, as much as you can, and then out whatever doesn't serve you. And I like to basically bring that energy up my shoulders, up my fingertips, whatever doesn't serve my lungs, my chest area, my heart chakra, you breathe it out. And in working with your lungs, you're immediately working with the whole chest area, which means also your back, also your mid-back, your heart, your thymus, every other organ that's here as well. So just breathe in again, that white light, front, back, and the sides, and then out, whatever doesn't serve you. Now, you could even connect with those lungs and ask, what is it that you need most? Just take a moment to really feel, see, and experience what comes up. It might be that your lungs need more walks or exercise because it needs more oxygen, but it might also just be attention or a color. Just go with whatever you hear and just give it just that, even if it is just the visual of what it asks for. Now, your lungs are here to help you breathe. So often, breathing deeply in, what it will do is it will help you extend your ribs and it gives you more space in between. And then breathing out, you let go and you feel almost like the ribs are compressing the lungs again and pushing out what doesn't serve you. Now, I could sit here for 2 hours with you guys, but let's go to another organ. And if you like the lungs and if there's a lot more that you want to investigate, just pause the video and sit a little bit with that and ask what it needs and also see if there's anything else you could do here. But I want to go to one more organ at least today that we practice together. And a really big one that is very important to function properly is your liver. Your liver is on the right side under your ribs, and that's the one that really holds anger and frustration, but often also governs how you are planning your life. How's your organization? So if you feel you're paralyzed or you're not planning, your liver loves to plan. So if you feel a little bit stuck in that and you're frustrated about it, that's where you will feel it. And that's where often the mid back plays up, or where you feel a bit nauseous sometimes, or where you maybe feel a little bit agitated, or maybe even a bit annoyed with everybody around you, or you're a little bit easy to explode. That's where the liver comes up. So let's go to the liver and put in a lot of light and love in there. Just breathe in the light. And immediately, whatever doesn't serve your liver, breathe it out. And remember what I always say, put a big fat smile in there, in your lungs, in your liver, because when you put a smile in there, your brain thinks that part of your body is happy and it helps your body receive the energy and the healing even deeper. So breathe in that light into your liver. You just have to think healthy liver. And whatever doesn't serve my liver, breathe it out. If there's toxins in there or any congestion or parasites, whatever is there, just breathe it out. And as even here, connect with the liver as if it is a friend or a child and ask, what do you need? What do you need today from me? So funnily enough, for me, it says milk thistle. Milk thistle is an herb that actually gently detoxifies the liver. So, and that makes sense for me because I have been struggling a little bit with the liver and I could feel that. So that's good. I'm happy that I've got some at home, but just trust whatever comes up. It might say, stop drinking for a little while, because that's also the organ that gets the biggest hit when you drink. But your liver might be absolutely happy and just appreciate the love that you give it. Don't forget to go the front and the back. Again, that's the karmic liver. You want to breathe that out as well. And again, if you could sit here for a while, you can stop the recording and breathe in it and really deeply get some love in there and some energy and some healing. One more breath and out, whatever doesn't serve your liver. Now, I like to think that when I'm thinking of those organs, I'm moving the energy through. It's almost like I'm pushing and washing and maybe even cycling. I'm kind of busy working in there. So the last one, I want you to pick an organ, just the first organ that comes up. Might be your brain, might be your heart, might be your bowels, just the first one that comes up. And again, start breathing in that love, that light. Big, 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 big energy in there. In, and go to the back if that's relevant for this organ. And then release whatever doesn't serve you. Put a big fat smile in there. See what happens with that part of your body. I can highly recommend to do this with your heart and your brain because both areas, the heart loves to get the attention and the brain loves to relax more, to just Let go. But if you have another organ right now, just go with it and ask again, communicate. What is it that you need? And once you're doing this, just know that you're breathing in this light, this love, this consciousness into every cell and core of that organ. Now let's just do the whole body to finish this short meditation. Just feel that you're now breathing in, almost like you're extending your energy bigger than the body, like draw it from the universe, draw it from the earth, from the space around you, and then breathe in that energy front and back. Big smile in your heart whilst doing it, and then release any tension, any stress, anything that doesn't serve your body. Do that a few times. In. And feel how immediately your body loves it. It becomes a sponge. It loves to get this energy in every cell and then release whatever excess cells or toxins is not needed any longer. For me, when I breathe in like this, in and out, just using bright white light, and I just amp it up with lots of love as well, what happens is that I feel energized immediately. I feel that actually the pain that I had starts to diminish. I use it a lot when I'm stiff or when I'm achy, but also when I feel a little bit down, because often when you start breathing and releasing, the body goes, "Ah, thank you very much." So the last thing I'd like to do is just for the organs to connect with one another. You can just even the consciousness, maybe even just see a thin cord go through them, almost connecting them, or just the consciousness of putting smiles in all of them and knowing that they are a part of a family because they're your family and you're governing them with your very positive thoughts, hopefully. So just feel that connection, feel that communication between one another. You might feel a little gurgle in your tummy, or you might feel a relief of some parts connecting with one another. Now, if you don't feel anything, don't worry about it. This is just even pretending that you do is already doing the job. So that's enough. Fake it until you make it. But if you do feel it, practice this, even after dinner, give your stomach a little bit of relief, help your intestines, and connect with those parts within us, because we just often forget and are too busy to do this. And you can do this with any organ. So when you listen to this recording, if you want to stay here for a little while and check out your other organs, then please do. And if you want to share what came up for you, or if you have any questions, just please pop it in the chat box and I'd love to hear. I hope this was a little nice meditation as a start of the new year, and I will definitely be back with more. Mwah. See ya. Bye.